In India, 62 million tonnes of waste are generated each year. Emerging economies across the world like India with soaring urban populations face a massive waste management challenge. Pictures of landfill sites frequently fill our TV screens. And with this in mind, the Green Committee decided to investigate what happens to our rubbish from the British High Commission compound in New Delhi. Here's what we found. This is Rachael, and he has worked on compound for 15 years. He's in charge of collecting up all the domestic waste on compound. First, he collects all the dry waste from every bin on the compound, and then completes a second round collecting the wet waste. Bins with black bin liners are for dry waste such as paper, bottles and plastic. The green bins with green liners are for wet waste, biodegradable materials such as food that can be broken down and composted. Near Lanark Flats, it is also possible to put glass, plastic, paper and electronic waste in the recycling bins, which will help the team sorting through the waste later on. Waste on the BHC compound is collected by Rachael and the G4S team daily, from each house, block of flats, office building, the deli, the red chilli, the green parrot, the domestic staff quarters and communal areas. All the waste is then taken to a holding site behind the domestic staff quarters near Ashok Gate and collected each morning at 8:30 a.m. It is then loaded onto a rickshaw and it's taken to a small site at the junction of Niti Marg and Kai Telia Marg, approximately 400 metres from British High Commission, and almost hidden from view. They collect around 2 full carts from the British High Commission every day. This is Babel and Mukta. Babel has worked at this site for 30 years and Mukta 15. This husband and wife duo, along with 8 other men in their team, work hard and long hours, typically from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. Their money by sorting through each bag of rubbish by hand, separating out what they can channel to recyclers. Wet food waste is segregated as cattle fodder, and the dry waste is separated out into collections of other recyclable materials such as plastic bottles and cardboard. Once all the waste is sorted, every evening at 5 p.m. they sell the recyclable waste onto a dealer at price per kilo. This is why they're weighing it. On a typical day, they sold this rickshaw full to the dealer. Notice the big large white bundle at the top, which is just the plastic bottles that the BHC has consumed in one day. The hard work from today has earned Babel and Mukta's team 3,000 rupees. The dealer is now on his way to Gurgaon to sell on this recyclable material for roughly 2 rupees more per kilo. Anything that Babel and Mukta and their team can't sell to the dealer goes into a large bin on the site where it's collected daily by government trucks and taken to this landfill site. Unfortunately, what we see on TV is now very much reality. It makes a huge difference to Babel, Mukta and their team if you separate dry and wet waste in your homes. When we think the life of an object has ended when we throw it away, a whole new journey for that object has just begun, on a small scale at a very local site close to the compound, run by fantastic, hard-working people. So please, next time you put something in the bin, just take an extra second to dispose of it responsibly. Thank you.